Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt just a little more unsteady than you used to? Maybe you place your feet on the floor and pause for a moment, waiting for your balance to catch up. Or you take those first few steps and notice your body feels stiff, almost like it has to wake up one piece at a time. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After 60, even the simplest moments in our morning can feel different. But the beautiful thing is that your body is still capable of adapting, strengthening, and waking up with more ease. And it does not require a long workout or complicated routine. Just 2 minutes of intention can set the tone for your entire day. Most of us think about balance and mobility only when something goes wrong. Maybe a stumble catches us off guard, or we realize we move a little slower than we used to. But balance is not just about staying upright. It is deeply connected to your energy, your confidence, and even your mood throughout the day. When your body feels steady, your mind feels steady. When your joints move more freely, everything else in your life becomes easier. You feel more willing to get outside, run errands, play with grandchildren, or simply enjoy your morning coffee without discomfort pulling at your attention. The routine I want to share with you today is simple. In fact, it is so simple that most people overlook it. But simple does not mean ineffective. The movements you perform in the first moments of your day send powerful signals to your muscles, your nervous system, and your circulation. Think of it as gently flipping on the internal power switch that helps your body wake up from the inside out. Let's start with something many people never think about in the morning: your feet. Your feet are your foundation. They contain more sensory nerves than almost any other part of your body, and those nerves communicate directly with your balance system. Yet most of us step out of bed without giving them a second thought. Before you take your first steps, place both feet flat on the floor and gently press your toes into the ground. Feel the floor beneath you. Allow your weight to shift slowly from heel to toe, then from the inside of your foot to the outside. You are not trying to stretch or force anything. You are simply waking up the muscles that support every step you take during the day. This small moment of awareness can reduce stiffness and immediately improve stability. Once you feel grounded, take a slow breath and sit tall. You may notice that your body naturally wants to slouch in the morning. This is completely normal. When we sleep, our joints settle, our muscles relax, and our posture often collapses a bit. Sitting tall helps your spine reset to a more supportive position. Imagine there is a gentle lift through the top of your head, almost like a string guiding your posture upward. This encourages your core to wake up too, because posture and balance are deeply linked. When your spine is supported, your legs do not have to work as hard to keep you steady throughout the day. Now let's move into the first movement of the routine. While seated, place your hands lightly on your thighs. Slowly lift your heels off the ground, keeping your toes planted. Then lower your heels and lift your toes. Move back and forth in a smooth rhythm. This simple rocking motion increases circulation in your lower legs, warms your ankle joints, and activates the muscles that support balance. Many people underestimate how important ankle strength is. Strong, flexible ankles help prevent falls, improve walking comfort, and even reduce knee and hip stress. You may feel a gentle warmth building as you continue the movement. That is your body waking up. After a few moments of this, place your feet flat on the floor again and notice how they feel. Are they a little more awake? A little more connected to the ground? Those tiny improvements matter more than you might imagine. With age, our connection to the floor can weaken, which makes us feel more unsure when moving through our day. These tiny motions reawaken that connection. Now that your feet and ankles are engaged, let's bring more energy into your body. Staying seated, place one hand on your stomach and take a slow breath in. Feel your stomach rise beneath your hand. Then release the breath gently. Many people over 60 tend to breathe shallowly without even realizing it, especially first thing in the morning. Shallow breathing can make you feel tired, foggy, or low on energy before your day even begins. This simple moment of deeper breathing wakes up your diaphragm and improves oxygen flow. It is one of the fastest ways to increase morning alertness without caffeine. After 1 or 2 slow breaths, gently rotate your shoulders in a circular motion. Start with small circles, then make them slightly bigger as your muscles loosen. Shoulder stiffness can pull on the neck and upper back, which then affects posture. And as you know, poor posture can make balance more challenging. When your shoulders feel free, your entire upper body supports you better as you move. If you feel comfortable, stand up slowly while using a steady surface for support. As you rise, imagine pressing the floor away from you with your feet. This mindful way of standing activates your leg muscles instead of letting momentum do all the work. Once you are standing, take a moment to feel your weight evenly distributed across both feet. If you tend to shift your weight to one side, this is your chance to bring your body back to center. At this point, your body is already beginning to warm up. But we can take it a little further. While keeping one hand lightly on a stable surface, lift one foot just an inch off the ground and hold it for a brief moment. You do not need to raise your knee high or balance for a long time. Even holding the foot slightly off the floor wakes up the muscles around your hips and core. These muscles are essential for maintaining stability throughout your day. Lower your foot gently and try the same movement on the other side. Notice how your body responds. You might feel a little wobble, and that is completely normal. Those little adjustments are your nervous system learning and strengthening. These early morning moments are not about perfection. They are about connection. You are reconnecting with your body, reminding your muscles and your mind that you are capable, steady, and ready for the day ahead. As your feet reconnect with the floor and your breath deepens, something important is already happening inside your body. The research on aging, mobility, and fall prevention consistently shows that the first few minutes after waking are a window when your balance system is temporarily less stable. This happens because your inner ear fluid is still settling. Your muscles are stiff from reduced overnight circulation, and your nervous system has not yet fully re-engaged its postural reflexes. The simple movements you just did begin to restore those reflexes. They send signals from your feet, joints, and muscles directly to the parts of your brain responsible for balance and coordination. These signals grow weaker with age if they are not used, but the good news is that they can be reawakened very quickly. Now that your body is becoming more alert, we can build on this foundation with movements that support your joints and improve overall mobility. One of the biggest contributors to morning stiffness is that joint fluid thickens slightly overnight when the joints are not moving. Scientists call this synovial fluid, and it acts like a natural lubricant inside your joints. As you move gently in the morning, the fluid warms and thins, allowing your hips, knees, and spine to glide more comfortably. This is why even small motions can help you feel noticeably looser. Standing with your hand on a stable surface, slowly shift your weight from one foot to the other, allowing your hips to move gently side to side. You are not trying to stretch deeply or create a workout. Think of this instead as reintroducing motion to your hips and legs, waking up the joints that carry you throughout the day. This simple side-to-side motion activates the gluteus medius muscle, a muscle on the outer part of your hip that plays a major role in balance. When this muscle weakens, which is extremely common after 60, people tend to sway more and feel unsteady when walking. Strengthening it even slightly can improve stability, and the best part is that it does not require heavy exercise. This gentle morning motion is enough to remind the muscle to turn on. As you shift your weight, pay attention to the way your feet respond. Every small adjustment, each tiny correction keeps your sensory and motor systems active. Researchers who study fall prevention often talk about something called proprioception, which is your brain's ability to sense where your body is in space. Proprioception naturally decreases with age, but the decline is not fixed. Movements like these stimulate the proprioceptive sensors in your feet, ankles, and hips, making them more responsive. The more responsive they are, the more stable and energetic you will feel. Once your hips feel a little looser, bring your attention to your spine. The spine is central to balance because it houses the nerves that control posture and movement. Overnight, the discs between your vertebrae absorb fluid, which is why many people feel stiff when they first wake up. To gently restore mobility, place your hands lightly on your lower back and soften your knees. Allow your upper body to lean forward slightly, then return to upright. Move slowly, as if you are encouraging your lower back to wake up rather than forcing it to stretch. This gentle forward hinge increases circulation to the lower spine, helping those discs transition from their stiff, morning state to a more mobile one. Better spinal mobility has been linked with improved walking speed, reduced fall risk, and greater overall physical confidence in adults over 60. When you stand upright again, lift your chest just a little and relax your shoulders down. Good posture is not just about looking aligned. It has a direct impact on how efficiently your muscles work. When the upper body collapses forward, the core muscles become less active, and the hips have to work harder to stabilize you. When the chest lifts and the shoulders relax, the core naturally engages, and the entire chain of muscles that support your balance activates in a healthier pattern. Studies show that posture changes alone can improve balance test scores in older adults. Now let's take a moment to focus on your breath again, but this time with intention. Place one hand on your ribs and breathe deeply enough that you feel your ribs expand outward. This type of breathing is called diaphragmatic expansion. As people age, many drift into shallow chest breathing without even realizing it. Shallow breathing reduces oxygen flow, increases tension in the neck and shoulders, and can contribute to feelings of fatigue before the day even starts. Deep, slow breaths stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps calm the nervous system and regulate blood pressure. It also improves oxygen exchange, which supports clearer thinking and more energy throughout the day. After a few breaths, let your arms hang naturally at your sides. Begin to gently swing them forward and backward in a loose, comfortable rhythm. This simple arm swing is not just a stretch. It helps coordinate the right and left sides of your brain, a process known as bilateral movement integration. Arm swinging is a natural part of healthy walking mechanics. When people lose this natural arm swing, walking becomes less stable and requires more effort. A morning arm swing encourages your nervous system to activate those natural walking patterns again, which means you are re-establishing the coordination your body needs for safer, smoother movement. You might be surprised how much lighter and more awake you feel already. These movements may seem small, but they target essential systems that influence everything from stability and energy to confidence in daily activities. Scientific studies consistently show that brief morning mobility routines improve joint range of motion, reduce stiffness, enhance circulation, and boost neuromuscular activation. In simpler terms, they help your body turn on fully so you can move through your day with more ease. There is one last movement that completes this morning routine, and it is something researchers consider one of the most powerful predictors of long-term mobility: gentle, single-leg activation. You do not need to balance on one leg for a long time or lift your knee high. In fact, the scientific benefit comes from the micro-adjustments your body makes, not the height of the movement. With one hand resting on a stable surface, shift your weight onto one foot again, and slowly lift the other foot just an inch off the floor. This small lift forces your inner ear, your visual system, and your muscles to work together. It wakes up the stabilizing muscles in the hips, legs, and core, while also strengthening the neural pathways responsible for balance. Studies show that even short bouts of single-leg stance improve balance scores and lower the risk of falls in adults over 60. When you gently challenge your balance in a safe, controlled way, your nervous system adapts quickly. It learns how to coordinate your muscles more efficiently. The beauty of this movement is that it does not feel intimidating. You are not straining or forcing your body. You are simply letting your balance system practice supporting you. If you feel a little wobble, that is a good sign. The wobble is your brain and body communicating, correcting, and learning. Lower your foot and switch to the other side. Notice which leg feels steadier. Most people have a naturally stronger side, especially as they age. These small morning drills help reduce that imbalance. When both sides of your body work more evenly, your walking becomes smoother, climbing stairs feels less tiring, and your overall energy improves. Imbalanced muscle activation is a silent contributor to fatigue and joint pain, So correcting it in small ways each morning can make a meaningful difference over time. When you place both feet back on the floor, take another slow breath. Imagine your body as a system that has just run through its wake-up sequence. Your feet are more aware, your ankles are active, your hips are engaged, your posture is aligned, and your breath is deeper. These changes might feel subtle, but inside your body, they are significant. Your circulation is flowing more freely, your joints are lubricated, your stabilizing muscles are awake, your nervous system is firing more efficiently. All of these improvements translate into better balance, better mobility, and more energy that lasts into your morning and even into the rest of your day. One of the most important things to remember as we age is that small, consistent habits often have a stronger impact than long, strenuous efforts. The body responds remarkably well to repetition and gentle stimulation. When you give your muscles and joints a predictable wake-up routine, they adapt. They become more reliable. You begin to trust your body again. You may find that you walk with more confidence, that getting out of a car or rising from a chair feels easier, or that you start your mornings with a sense of steadiness rather than stiffness. It is also worth mentioning that routines like this support brain health. Movement that involves balance and coordination stimulates areas of the brain that are responsible for memory, focus, and spatial awareness. Research has shown that adults who practice regular balance or mobility exercises have improved cognitive performance over time. This is because the brain thrives on movement that requires thinking, adjusting, and responding. Even a simple 2-minute routine sends the message that your brain needs to stay sharp. As you continue these habits, it is normal to notice new things about your body. Maybe you feel your posture improving, or your hips loosening, or your breathing becoming deeper without much effort. These are all signs that your routine is strengthening the systems that support aging well. Some mornings may feel easier than others, but every morning adds to your overall improvement. The goal is not perfection, it is progress. Strengthening your foundation a little each day creates long-term resilience. If you feel inspired, you can extend any part of this routine. You might sway your hips a little longer, breathe a little deeper, or practice the gentle lift with your foot a few extra times. But even if you choose to keep it exactly at 2 minutes, you are still giving your body something incredibly valuable. You are reducing stiffness, improving balance reactions, increasing circulation, and supporting your energy for the rest of the day. 2 minutes is enough to create real physiological change. The science behind it is very clear. Small doses of mobility and balance practice performed daily are far more effective than occasional large efforts. As you finish, take a moment to appreciate yourself. You started your day by caring for your health, your stability, and your independence. You chose to invest in your future mobility rather than letting stiffness or uncertainty set the tone for your morning. These choices matter. Every time you show up for your body shows up for you. If you found this helpful or if you felt any difference after trying the routine, I would love for you to share your experience in the comments. Hearing from you not only helps others feel encouraged, but it helps us build a community where we can learn from one another. And if you would like more helpful, science-based routines and tips designed specifically for adults over 60, you can tap the like button and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that this kind of information supports you and reminds YouTube to share it with others who might benefit. Your body is capable of more than you may realize, and it responds beautifully to even gentle care. Here is to mornings that feel more stable, more energized, and more confident. Here is to choosing strength and mobility at any age, and to living your best life with a body that supports you every step of the way.